to Good Luck High Five, episode 546.
That's right. You're listening to a podcast that's for you if you play Magic the Gathering. Whether you have been playing it live for the past 3 weeks or if you've been kicking back and just having a summertime, we are here for you.
I'm one of your hosts, Maria.
I'm another one of your hosts, Megan.
And Megan's right. We're back live here in
Say
person
what?
in the studio after 3 weeks on a hiatus.
Wow.
Although you enjoyed our voices from the past.
Yes.
Hopefully. I mean,
Voices
I don't want to tell you enjoyed them.
Past is a new TV show that I'm listening to where it's like a classic like detective Law and Order.
Yeah.
Except there's one person who can hear the ghosts in the room.
This has got to be a show.
It's already
It
a
reminds me of Medium a little
Yes.
bit. But also it reminds me of like any cold case, where they're anyway. Are you making this
Voices
show?
from the
Paramount
past. Yeah,
Plus?
exactly.
Have you made it yet? Seems like you need to.
Yes.
It's kind of X-Files too. Sorry, I'm going down this rabbit hole already, but
Yeah.
I'm into this idea because one person's like, I can hear them, and everybody else is like, but can
No,
you?
you can't. Yeah.
But even though they're always right, just like Mulder was
Yes.
always right, Scully was still like, I don't know. We're back, everybody. We're so excited to be back with you after our trip. It was incredible.
Yes.
We went to Wales.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. I recommend
Wow.
Wales to anybody around the globe who wants to go to
Great.
somewhere amazing.
Gorgeous. And then you went to Greece.
I went to Greece. Yes, for my first time. I've never been there. The food is unreal. Unreal. Went to Athens and to the island of Naxos. And it was really funny. I was in a taxi.
You had some great Greek snacks.
I did have some great Greek Naxos.
Okay, keep going.
I'm going to tell you the story of a
Yes.
cab driver when we were like going to Naxos. He's like, oh, which island are you going to? We said Naxos. And he goes, Naxos. I can't even do it, everybody. That's my best. And I mean, like, I wanted to hire him on the spot and sign him to a 5-movie deal. Oh, they have the best food on Naxos. I mean, it was truly unbelievable. I ordered small fish at one restaurant, to which I thought was a small portion of fish, but I was reminded that no, indeed, it was many small fish is. Small fry. Whatever the plural of fish is. And they're like little bigger than sardines or whatever. They're deep fried. And I was shocked because I'm very afraid of eating a fish's head. I just something about eating a brain.
Are you like afraid that it will possess you? Like the fish's brain will overtake your brain?
Yeah, that was part of the fear.
Yeah.
Second, I didn't want to eat an eyeball.
Oh, yeah.
And so I was just like, oh no, I feel so terrible. I can't eat these. So I just fed them to cats because there's all these wild cats. And the
Those cats are having the best
have
day.
the best day of their lives eating
Yeah,
those
cool.
fish.
Oh, man.
So thank you, everybody, for hanging out while we were gone.
Yeah.
It was a fabulous adventure. I hope you had your own fabulous adventures wherever in the world you are.
So excited.
Lord
to
of
be
the
back.
Rings came
Wow.
out when
Yes.
we were gone.
What a thing.
What a
What
thing.
a big thing we missed.
I mean, it was huge. And I
Yeah.
feel like if you said to me a few years ago that Magic would be doing a Lord of the Rings set, I would have said, get out of here, time
out of
traveler.
here."
You're wrong.
Yeah.
And they would have been right. And so I'm so excited to dive into that, which is part of what we're going to do today.
Yeah.
Because I've been severely out of the loop.
I also feel like telling a time traveler that they're wrong about the future is like a pretty strong move. I'm just going to put that out.
True.
You've been there, but do you know what? You're wrong.
But also, when you tell the time travel something, you're interacting with them. So you're already butterfly wings flapping and you're changing the
that's true.
future. So, like, think about
They
it.
might have. You might,
They might
then
be
go on a
wrong.
quest to tank Lord of the Rings.
What do you mean?
Okay, here's my other. Okay, I'll stop with TV pitches after this, but here's
Will
my
you?
other movie pitch. No.
Okay.
Here's my other movie pitch.
Great.
One man's journey to tank the entire Lord of the Rings franchise starting in the year like 2016. Movies have already come out. Hobbit movies have already come out. Like Lord of the Rings has already happened, but it's one man's quest to be like, I want to obliterate Lord of the Rings from the face of, I want no one to like it anymore.
Wait, so it still exists.
Yes.
But people just aren't going to like it.
Exactly.
Seems impossible.
I know.
Difficulty level impossible. But what we're going to do, since I have been out of the loop, I have not, full disclosure, even drafted a single draft of Lord of the Rings. I've been so gone that we have decided on a fun game based on my inability to have ever played the set.
Yeah.
So we're going to try to have me guess which cards are good, and then we're going to see if the data backs up my assumptions.
I also don't really know. I've played like 2 drafts of this. And so I don't know that I have much more knowledge than you do.
Okay, well, we'll see how we do because we're going to dive into the draft data of Lord of the Rings, and we're going to tell you all about that, and we're going to make our own guesses and see how far off the mark we are about how good cards are or aren't in this new format.
All right.
But before we start,
yes, we have some people to thank.
Yay!
First and foremost amongst them, the patrons of this show, you, our very own listeners. We have some new patrons to thank from the last few weeks.
Wow, thank you for the wedding present, patrons.
It's so exciting. Thank you so much to new patrons, Jesse.
Yay!
You're the bestie.
Jesse's our bestie.
Yes. Oren. Am I living in the real world or in a dream?
Thank you, Oren.
I don't think I have any more in me, but here we go. Dr. Unks.
Dr. Unks. Good friend of the show, Dr. Unks.
More like Dr. Funksy Beats.
Funksy Beats, yes. We're doing great over here.
Thank you.
Doing great.
Zach, thanks for the attack of being awesome.
Yeah, Zach attack awesomeness.
And Deveki. I don't have one. I'm working on it.
We'd be Rekied without Deveki.
Oh, man.
There you go.
Yeah. Finish us off strong, Maria. Thank you. Thank you truly to each and every one of you for becoming a new patron in these last few weeks. What a time. I'm sweating.
Yeah, it's very hot here in Minnesota right now.
It's very warm right now.
Thank you so much. You can become a patron and support the show, everything we do here at Good Luck High Five Studios over at patreon.com/GLHF Magic. You can donate any dollar amount that gets you access to our Discord server, which is a fabulous place to hang out, and you get to support creators you love. So we're very excited for every time we have a new patron. So we'd love to see some new people here for our summer club, patron summer club.
Such a good time.
So not only are we going to talk about Lord of the Rings and the draft environment and our guesses about it, we've also got 2 Commander Masters preview cards.
What?
To share with you. Exclusive to Good Luck High Five, no big deal, because those Commander Masters decks are coming out.
Speaking of Commander Masters, we have Card Kingdom to thank.
Yes, also, and Card Kingdom.
Our sponsor.
Yes, if you want Commander Masters, they got 4 new decks, everybody. You can go to cardkingdom.com/GLHF. That's the best place to buy anything for your magical life. You can pre-order those decks. They're coming out very soon.
You can literally already pre-order.
Yeah. I think the commanders of them seem really awesome. There's a Slivers deck.
Sick.
Which I think is really, really cool. So that's my personal bias. Yeah. There's an enchantments one, so I'm also doubly personally invested. So like, which one would I even want to play? I don't know. I guess I'm going to have to get both from cardkingdom.com/GLHF. They've got fast shipping, great customer service, and they've supported our show for a long time. So check them out if you need some magic stuff.
All right, Maria.
Yes.
First, we have to kick it off with a randomizer.
We had to do a randomizer. I missed this segment so much.
Me too.
Okay, so who wants to guess first?
Oh, man. I feel like we both have some great arts.
I've got a really good one for you this week.
Okay, here, I'm going to show you this one first.
All right. Okay, this is like very cool, and I feel like I would see this on a poster for a new age yoga studio because the art is somebody sitting in a yoga pose with their arms outstretched. When I mean that, they're sitting cross-legged with their arms outstretched, wearing a very, very cute bikini. Yes, white ruffled bikini with purple spiky hair that's kind of growing out into leaves.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
With a green aura behind her, like she's kind of like projecting an aura of herself into the world.
She's transcending.
She is transcending in this image. It is very cool. The yoga studio is called New Beginnings Yoga, and that's also the name of this card. Just kidding. Yes. The name of this card is going to be New Beginnings, though.
Okay, all right,
and
into it.
This is a green-white card, I want to say. Celestia colors, and it's like an avatar creature. So those ones are stars, I want to say. Based on the number of yoga poses you can do.
Yes.
That's my guess.
All right. A star based on the number of yoga poses you can do.
Yes. How close am I?
All right. The name of this card is Transluminant.
Wow. That's cool. Yeah. That's a cool name.
And I feel like we were like, she's transcending.
We said transcending.
It is a 1 and a green for a Dryad Shaman, a 2/2. You can pay white to sacrifice it.
Wow.
Put a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying into play at end of turn.
That bikini had to come into it.
Yeah.
I knew it. What is this from?
This is from Ravnica City of Guilds.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I don't know how I got Ravnica out of that, but I'm going to give myself a pat on the back for that.
Was you. I think you got real dang close on this.
Okay, I've got an art for you, Megan.
Okay.
Oh boy, do I have an art for you. Here you go.
There is an angry woman in a cape standing in front of just a dour old church building.
Yeah.
And she is pointing and being mad.
She's mad about something.
Yes.
I don't know what.
Haircut is unfortunate. That's what I can say about that. Her dress is like a deep burgundy and has fancy sleeves, and she's wearing a red cape over it, a really interesting color scheme that she's chosen for herself.
Yeah, I agree.
And she is just she is not caring.
She's not having it.
She is not having it. It's like a 70s feathered bob that she has going on.
It's truly horrific.
It is quite bad, and I cannot overemphasize the anger with which she is pointing at something that is out of frame. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to call this card Angry Pointing.
Yeah. Angry pointing.
We'll call it Furious Banishment. Because I feel like she's telling someone, get out. Get out.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say that this card is 1 and a white for an instant. Exile target creature, and then it returns to the battlefield at end of turn.
Okay.
But it has a kicker of... I feel like this art definitely comes before the invention of kicker, but I don't care. I'm throwing it in there.
That's fine.
I'm going to say it has kicker of 1 in a red. So if you pay 2 red white, then you exile that creature and it don't come back.
Okay. Ooh, I like that. That's a cool card, actually.
That's my card.
Does that card exist? The name of this card is Abbey Matron.
Wow.
So you're right about the church, but
super wrong about everything else.
No, you weren't, because you got the color. It's 2 and white.
Okay.
I don't know if I would have guessed this was white. It's a human cleric. You pay white and tap. Abbey Matron gets +0/+3 until end of turn. She's a 1/3.
What a card! What is this from?
Homeland.
Wow.
Of course.
I would not want to be at the abbey that this woman is matron of.
Absolutely not.
She looks like she is just a scourge.
This is her quote on the flavor text. The matrons still say Sarah is never coming back. I bet she never even existed.
Wow.
Murat Death Speaker.
Wow.
I don't know if that's supposed to be Murat.
I don't know.
I don't know how their religion works.
Yeah.
But yeah, Homeland's notoriously one of the worst Magic sets ever printed as far as the cards were concerned.
Do you know what?
And this card,
2 and a white for a 1/3 is
here's a perfect
pretty
example.
indicative.
That is a bad card.
That is a bad card.
Bad card.
That is can you imagine if they printed a 2 and a white 1/3 with not really any ability?
You have to even
these
tap
days,
it to
they
get
would be
the pump.
Everyone would be like, what are you doing?
They would take a scissors and cut that card up and throw it in the garbage. This card's hot garble. A segment I want to do, this reminds me on the show, is worst Magic cards of all time.
Great.
Meaning just what are the most useless cards. This is on the
certainly
list.
on the list.
Whatever religion this is, I unconvert. Hey everybody, it's time for some preview cards here on Good Luck High Five.
Exciting.
Yes, we've got preview cards from Commander Masters, everybody. Commander Masters officially releases on August 4th. There's going to be 4 new Commander decks to go along with this set release. And also the set is totally draftable, which I think is very fun. So you can get draft boosters, collector boosters, and set boosters along with this set release. And draftable Commander sets I think are always really, really fun.
Yeah.
So we're going to preview some cards for you. They're reprints, but they are very fun reprints.
Yes, they are. So first up, we've got Boom Pile.
Great card name.
Oh, so good. This is a 4-mana artifact. Tap, flip a coin. If you win the flip, destroy all non-land permanents.
Wow, that is a card.
Great.
This is a rare.
Yes.
The flavor text is also great. Fuses, we have more than enough. Now, which one was it? By Flareon One-Eye Goblin Engineer.
This originally was printed in Commander 2016.
Yeah, I think this is a very cool card. I don't... Do you play this? You gonna do the flip?
Yeah, of course I am. Yes. you kidding?
Yeah, this card's
Every
great.
time.
Play it every time. Boom pile just costs 4. You can put it in any deck. And if you want to destroy stuff, and you can just flip a card. And if you don't do it the next time.
Yeah.
The tap cost is not prohibitive.
No.
It's very, very cheap. And there's going to be a couple of printings. There's the traditional art of boom pile. And then there's a new frame that goes along with boom pile, which looks a little bit more like kind of metal, for lack of a better word.
It's metallic. It's got the original art by Philip Berberin.
Yeah, great art.
Is on it. It's, we see this goblin just figuring it out. Are they going to be able to light this giant boom pile or not?
The other preview card we have for you, another reprint. This one, a card after my own heart. I love this card. It is.
I hate this card.
None other than, do you want to guess what it is? Everybody say it on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Heroic Intervention. Yes. 1 and a green for an instant at rare. Permanents you control gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn.
Why?
Why?
I guess it's just my question. I guess my question is why?
I think because you probably don't want your stuff to die.
Well, I guess why is just still my question. I like that they gave us these two cards together.
Yeah, I know.
Right? Destroy everything or don't destroy my stuff only.
No, I'm going to play Heroic Intervention. Nice boom pile.
This card was originally from Ether Revolt.
Yes,
back in
that's
the day.
right.
We've got our great art from James Ryman, the original Ether Revolt printing of this art. Of this card.
Ajani is performing a Heroic Intervention.
Yes, he is. He sliced a net.
Good job, Ajani.
Good job, Kitty.
This is a great pairing that we got here. 1 card for me, 1 card for you here in Commander Masters. I think this set looks very, very cool. The Commander decks you can get are Commodore Guff, which I think is very cool. Zuladoc Void Gorger, which is the Eldrazi, a colorless one, which I think is awesome.
Yes.
Anixia, Hand of Erebos, that's the enchantment one. And then Sliver Gravemother is the Sliver deck.
Oh, it's the 5-color Sliver deck.
Yeah. I think these decks, I think they really knocked it out of the park with these decks. They're all, each one of them, I could see a case for me being like, I want to play that one.
So even if you're not into drafting, which we're always all for drafting, but not your jam, that's okay. Pick up one of these. Pick up 2 of them and play them with your friend.
Absolutely. Absolument. August 4th is the date for the release of these. If you want to see whenever other preview cards are being posted, they're over on dailymtg.com, and you can see when your favorite creators are posting their preview cards. Hopefully you enjoy these or hate them. One's for you, surely, out of the 2.
Of these 2. One's got to be doing the thing you want to do.
Thank you to Wizards Magic for the free preview content. Everybody, it's time for a new game here on Good Luck High Five called How Good Is This Card? We don't know.
Rate that card.
So I've been off in the wilds of the world for 3 weeks, have not played the Lord of the Rings set at all. We have 3 collector boosters here with us. In the studio, if you watch the video version of the show, we've got the top-down camera running so you can see us open these beautiful foiled out cards. But what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the pack and we're going to try and guess which card is the best rated on 17 lands. And in doing so, we're going to let you know how the data stacks up for you if you're thinking about playing potentially in the best of 3 qualifier weekend play-in this Friday, by the way. So you can kind of think about your draft and the limited sealed strategy by going by the data, which is the best way to play. And we'll see how good we are at rating cards cold.
All right, Maria, do you want to do the honors and open up one of these boosties
right,
here?
Let's open up a boosty. It's too bad somebody already found the One Ring, honestly, because what if we opened it on this show? That would be so
I'm not prepared
cool. Not prepared for that.
Life to happen like that.
We've got a battling boulder and a food token as our little token in this pack.
Look at that ballistic boulder. All
right, we've opened Esquire of the King in foil. This is a 1/1 for a single white mana, human soldier, 4 and a white tap. Creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. This ability costs 2 less to activate if you control a legendary creature.
All right.
Okay, that seems solid. Yeah. I'd put it in a deck. Surrounded by Orcs is our next card, also in foil, of course. 3 and a blue for sorcery. Amass Orcs 3, then target player mills X cards, where X is the amassed army's power. Okay. That seems fine for 4 mana. You make a 3/3, do some milling. Shelob's Ambush. For a single black instant, target creature gets +1/+2 and gains death touch until end of turn. Create a food token. Fine little combat trick. Okay. Breaking of the Fellowship. 1 in a red for a sorcery. Target creature an opponent controls deals damage equal to its power to another target creature that player controls. The ring tempts you. Now, I have heard almost nothing about the set, but I think that the tempting you is going to be good.
All right.
So, but this is also hard to make happen because your opponent needs 2 creatures.
True.
And they've got to fight in a way that benefits you.
And you're always going to kill the smaller one of the 2, which is
true. Gandalf Sanction, 1 blue-red sorcery. Gandalf Sanction deals X damage to target creature, where X is the number of instant and sorcery cards in your graveyard. Excess damage is dealt to that creature's controller instead. Interesting. That seems like a great card if you've got the right deck for it. You cannot pass. Single white instant. Destroy target creature that blocked or was blocked by a legendary creature this turn. What the heck? What kind of card is that? Get out of here. Swamp. We've got a foil swampland.
Oh, it's so cute.
Everybody, that is a beauty. Flowering of the White Tree is the rare, one of the rares we've opened. Legendary enchantment. Legendary creatures you control get +2/+1 and have ward 1. Non-legendary creatures you control get +1/+1.
Okay.
This is my kind of card right here. Anthem effect.
Classic.
Then we have an extended art. Isildur's Fateful Strike. Look at that.
Ooh.
Another rare 2 black legendary instant, by the way. Destroy target creature. If its controller has more than 4 cards in hand, they exile cards from their hand equal to the difference.
Wow.
That's a pretty sick kill spell.
That's a spicy spell.
I think that sounds pretty good. Ooh, we've also opened Frodo extended art.
Ooh.
This is a white and a black for a 1/3 halfling scout legendary. Partner with Sam. Vigilance. Whenever Frodo Adventurous Hobbit attacks, if you gain 3 or more life this turn, the ring tempts you. Then if Frodo is your ring bearer and the ring has tempted you 2 or more times this game, draw a card.
Oh, all right.
Oh, but is that better than a kill spell? Then we've got Meriadoc Brandybuck.
Cute.
With the ring special art.
Yeah, this art is so cool.
2/2 for 1 and a green. Whenever 1 or more halflings you control attack a player, create a food token. Okay,
Cute.
fine. Rivendell, we've opened a legendary land. Enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a legendary creature. Tap to add blue, or 1 and a blue tap, scry 2, activate only if you control a legendary creature. Seems like a very good land. Pippin's Bravery has extended art. That's the single green. You may sacrifice a food. If you do, target creature gets +4/+4 until end of turn. Otherwise, just +2/+2.
Like, this art is just... This is really good.
I think it's great.
Oh, this extended art is excellent.
It looks beautiful on that card,
It's
too.
so good, yeah. It's just so compelling to look at. Like, okay.
We've also opened extended art of Frodo Baggins.
Oh,
and this is one of the ones that goes into a,
a tableau.
A tableau.
Yeah.
Green-white, halfling scout, whenever he enters the battlefield under the... or another legendary creature enters the battlefield and you control the ring tempts you. As long as Frodo is your ring bearer, it must be blocked if able.
Oh.
And Barad-dûr. How do you say this? Legendary land.
Yeah.
Enters the battlefield tapped, makes black, unless you control a legendary creature. XX black tap, amass orcs X. Activate only if a creature died this turn. Wow.
Spicy.
Okay.
Okay, here's what I want you to do, though. Okay, so we've got rares.
We've got a lot of rares.
Exactly. But I want you to take the commons and uncommons and rank the commons and uncommons only.
Okay. Am I putting them in an order? Is that what you're making me do?
I think yes. I think you need to tell me. Do you want to do just the commons and just the uncommons?
That seems hard. Yeah, let's separate them up, commons and then uncommons.
Okay. So here's your uncommons. You've got Gandalf Sanction, Meriadoc Brandybuck, Frodo Baggins, and You Cannot Pass.
Okay, so...
Will you give me that notepad so that I can...
Yes, so you can keep track here of how I'm doing.
Exactly.
All right, let's start with the commons, and then we'll do uncommons.
Okay.
All right, so commons, we have Breaking of the Fellowship, which I thought was trash. Shield's Ambush, which seemed like a fine combat trick, I guess. Surrounded by orcs, where you amass orcs 3. Esquire of the King, which gives you creatures an anthem for 5. Or Pippin's Bravery, sacrifice of food to give something +4/+4. So for a single green, so that's a good combat trick, I think. Mm-hmm. But I want to put amass orcs first, because that's at least giving you a 3/3.
Okay.
Milling, I don't think is important, but I'm going to put Pippin's Bravery second, because that's a cheap combat trick, followed by, I do like Esquire of the King, though. That seems like a good anthem effect. Maybe I'll put it ahead of Pippin's Bravery. Yeah, I don't know. Shelode's Ambush, and then Breaking of the Fellowship last. So Surrounded by Orcs first, Esquire of the King second, Pippin's Bravery third, Shelode's Ambush is going to be fourth, and Breaking of the Fellowship is going to be fifth.
All right. Are you ready to hear Are you ready to hear the truth? So one more time, you've ranked these.
Yeah.
Surrounded by Orcs 1.
Yep.
Esquire of the King 2.
Yeah.
Pippin's Bravery 3.
so scared.
Shelode's Ambush 4. And Breaking of the Fellowship 5.
Yeah. All my years
best
at
card-
Magic trading, I feel, are going to be destroyed.
The best card of these game in hand win rate is Shelode's Ambush at 60.6%.
Wow. Holy
Yes.
cow. So this is a good card.
This is a good card.
Wow. Target creature gets +1/+2 and gains death touch on the turn. Make a food token.
Next up is Breaking of the Fellowship
Holy crap. What?
at 57.3.
No way.
I think like you were saying, the ring tempting you is quite good.
Okay.
And okay, then next
Wow,
up
I'm failing.
we have Esquire of the King
Okay.
at 54.6.
Oh no, my first is going to be last, isn't it?
And then we have Pippin's Bravery at 52.9. And then we have Surrounded by Orcs last. 51.2.
Wow. Well, I have failed magic school.
This is our
here.
true. Well, do you know what? I think, I
Okay.
think that we'll see some truths revealed when we talk about the larger data.
Okay. Well, that is very
help explain-
interesting.
Yeah, so that's
Jeez
this.
Louise.
So that's those comments.
Okay, that's...
All right, show us these.
I've been humbled. Here's the uncommons, everybody. I'm going to put in first position, pole position, Frodo Baggins, the R1-3 that tempts you because you said the ring tempting is good. So I'm going to put it there and he can be a great ring bearer. Yeah. Then I'm going to put in second Gandalf's Sanction, which is the damage spell where it deals X to target creature where X's instant sorcery cards in my graveyard. Then I'm going to put in Meriadoc Brandybook, which is just a bear, but you get to make a food token. And finally, you cannot pass single white instant destroy target creature that was blocked or was blocked by a legendary creature this turn. I worry that is too narrow of a limitation, even though I know there's a lot of legendary creatures in this set. So Frodo is number 1. Let's see if Frodo is now last, just like my uncommons.
Maria?
Commons.
You got this one bang on.
Wow! All right!
Frodo, Baggins, and Gandalf's Sanction are tied
Wow, no way.
at 60.3.
Holy cow. Okay.
Then comes Meriadoc Brandybuck at 56.6. And lastly, You Cannot Pass at 51.8.
Wow, I feel so proud. I learned
You know
some
what? You just
things.
needed a little warm-up round.
Yeah, I needed a warm-up round. Okay, so those are the commons and uncommons. Here come the
there you
hard.
go.
Here's hard mode. Okay, I'm going to do the rares now. And I'm taking out Frodo Adventurous Hobbit because he is not of this draftable set. So
He is not of this world.
not of this world. Isildur's Fateful Strike is going to be first because it's removal. Flowering of the White Tree is going to be second because it's a great anthem effect. And I just got to put removal before anything else, basically. And then I'm going to put Barad-dûr before Rivendell because this one is... Barad-dûr seems really good. And Rivendell is Scries, but who cares? That's what I say as a creatures player. Okay.
All right.
How'd I do?
Maria.
Yes.
Pretty close.
All right.
Flowering of the White Tree is first,
Okay,
actually.
I thought that might...
59.7.
Yeah. Okay.
Then comes Barad-dûr at 56.5.
Okay.
And then comes Rivendell
No
at 55.5.
So this... The
And
removal
Isildur's
is
Fateful
last.
Strike is 53.3.
Interesting. Wow, that's crazy. I
It
wouldn't
might
have
be that
accepted
it's the legendary instant, so maybe it's just been too hard to cast for some people.
That's true. And I mean, lands are great. If you can pick up a land like this in draft, it cuts down on the number of land you need to add to your deck.
Exactly.
You get another draft pick, essentially.
So
Okay.
there you go.
Flowering of the White Tree. Number
Pretty
1.
nice.
All right.
But of all the cards in this pack,
Yeah.
rares included, the best are the 2 uncommons.
Really?
Wait, no. The best is, my bad, the best is the common, Shelode's Ambush.
Wow, Shelode's Ambush.
At 60.6, followed closely by the 2 uncommons, Frodo Baggins and Gandalf's Sanction.
So this is better than Flowering of the White Tree?
Yes. It has a higher game in hand win rate.
I'm learning something here. Okay, I've got an inkling that's starting about this set.
Okay, what's
based on that data?
Do you want to do one more pack and then tell us your inkling?
Okay, we'll do another pack.
One more pack, and then we'll hear Maria's inkling.
Okay, everyone, things are getting weird. This is like a very strange way to approach a set, I have to say. This is kind of cool. Human soldiers are token as well as food. Beautiful.
Oh, I love these foods.
First common instant, it is isolation at Tank.
Or thank.
3 and a blue for an instant, like I said. Put target creature into its owner's library. Second from the top. I know that's a good card. Don't even come at me here and tell me this card isn't good. We'll find out. I'll be wrong. Battle Scarred Goblin, 1 and a red for a 2/2. Whenever a Battle Scarred Goblin becomes blocked, it deals 1 damage to each creature blocking it. These kinds of cards have been good in the past. Right. I think that's going to be good. Nimrodal Watcher is next. 1 and a blue for a 2/1 Elf Scout. Whenever you scry, Nimrodal Watcher gets +1/+0 until end of turn and can't be blocked this turn. This ability triggers only once each turn. Play that with Rivendell. Hello. Generous Ent is a 5/7 for 5 and a green. Treefolk, Reach. Whenever it enters the battlefield, create a food token. Oh, and it has 4 recycling for 1. That's a nice little value common right there. Those are our 4 commons, everybody. Keep those in mind. I'll rank them soon. Now we move on to our uncommons. Mirror of Galadriel is our first. 2 for legendary artifact. 5 taps, scry 1, then draw a card. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each legendary creature you control. Hey, all right, I'm into it. Prince Imrahil the Fair, blue and a white for a 2/2 legendary creature, human noble. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. What? I need to draft this deck immediately. We have a forest as our map land for this pack. I mean, sorry, an island. Why did I say forest? It looked green in the light. We opened Gandalf the White, everybody. Ooh. Mythic. So we've moved on past our uncommons, straight into the mythic rares and rares. Gandalf the White, legendary creature, avatar wizard, 4/5 flash. You may cast legendary spells and artifact spells as though they had flash. If a legendary permanent or an artifact entering or leaving the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, it triggers an additional time, Panharmonicon. Another rare we opened, Display of Power, 1 red instant. This spell can't be copied. Copy any number of target instant or sorcery spells. You may choose new targets for the copies. Jeez. Okay, well, that seems fine. Field tested frying pan. This one is from not from the draftable set, so we're going to set that off to the side. But it is extended art, and
it's great.
It's a great card name. We opened Peregrine Took, everybody. So we have Merry and Pippin that we've opened across these packs. 2 and a green for 2/3, a little bit bigger than Merry. If 1 or more tokens would be created under your control, those tokens plus an additional food token are created instead. Sacrifice 3 foods, draw a card. That's a perfectly fine uncommon. We can put that in our uncommon group. Also the ring art on that. Speaking of the ring art, here's another ring art we opened. Boromir, Watcher of the Tower. 3/3 for 2 and a white vigilance. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast it, counter it. Love it. Sacrifice Boromir. Creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. The ring tempts you. Okay. That seems good. We have Dunland Crabane, 2 and a black for a 1/1 flying. When it enters the battlefield, amass orcs 2. The card seems very good. That's a common extended art. Add that to the common pile. Uncommon here, Gorthmog Mogul Lieutenant. What a name. 3 and a black for a 3/3 human soldier, legendary. When Gorthmog Morgul Lieutenant enters the battlefield, amass orcs 1. Creature tokens you control have death touch. Oh, nice. And finally, Samwise Gamgee, foil in the ring art. Look at that, baby. 2/2, whenever another non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, create a food. Sacrifice 3 foods, return target historic card from your graveyard to your hand.
All right, wow. Maria, are you ready? Oh, look at, also, I just want to look at this Dunland Crabane extended
They're beautiful.
Art. It's great.
The art in this set, get out of town. Okay, let's separate these out. Here's our rares over here. Here's our uncommons.
Here's our commons.
Uncommon. All right,
so starting out with your commons there.
All right, so I felt very confident when I was thinking about these commons.
Okay.
Because I'm isolation at Orthanc. this is just a card that's always good, but I'm having some suspicions. So I'm moving this down here.
Okay.
I'm putting this Cribane first. It is 3 mana for a 1/1, and you amass Orcs too. 1/1 flyer, by the way. I think that's going to be good. But is it going to be better than a 2/2? Because I have some suspicions. 1 in a red 2/2 for the Battle Scarred Goblin. I'm putting that first. I'm going in on my suspicions.
Ooh, interesting.
That's aggressive, and that's my suspicion. And then Dunlan Cribane, also aggressive, also makes you 2 bodies. I think that these cards have always been good, and I'm putting it there. Third. Okay, so third, I'm going to put this Nimrodal Watcher. I almost call it a Nimrod Watcher. And then I'm going to put this Generous Ent because it has foresight.
Nimrods need to be watched.
God, no, this can't be good. That's always is good. No, I'm putting third Indecision. I mean, Isolation at Orthanc. I'm having Indecision.
You have the Indecision at Orthanc.
Fourth is going to be the Watcher. Fifth is the End. Final answer.
All right. You have gotten fairly close here.
Okay.
First up
It
is
can
Dunlan
learn.
Cribane.
Oh, I was, dang it. I knew I should have put it
61.8.
first. Okay.
Second is Isolation at Orthanc
Okay.
at 58. Third is our
the
Battle Scarred
Goblin?
Goblin. Yep.
Okay.
Fourth is Generous Ent at 55.8. And last is the Nimrodel Watcher at 50.8.
Okay.
Yeah. So there you go.
My suspicion was that the format was fast, and I think I still can't rule that out because this Goblin is getting third.
Yeah.
But, I did think that the Orthanc card was going to be good, and turns out it is. So
Absolutely. All right.
I can't throw all of the baby out with the bathwater.
I feel like we see Maria's evaluation evolving.
It's evolving. All right, here we go with the uncommons.
Yeah.
This Prince Imrahil immediately struck me. I'm like, that seems like a super sick draft round card, uncommon. So I'm putting it in first. Don't care. Hashtag it's first. Mirror of Galadriel. It can go in any deck. 5 tap, scry 1, draw a card. Kind of slow. I'll move it down. I think this lieutenant seems good because you get to amass when it enters the battlefield, and then your your army has Death Touch. Peregrine Took's going to go third, and Mirror of Galadriel, it seems slow, is in fourth.
Ooh, you are once again very close.
Oh, dang it.
Gothmog is first. Yep, at 61%.
Yeah. Ooh, okay.
Second is Prince Imrahil.
All right.
At 56.7. Third is Peregrine, 52.8. And dead last is Mirror of Galadriel at 48.8.
Wow, 48.8. Don't play this card.
No, do
that
not
is a
play
stinky
Mirror of
score.
Galadriel.
Okay. Well, all right. I got one wrong. Now for the worst is always the worst is the rares. But I'm putting the mythic first. It's Gandalf. Then I'm putting... Am I putting Boromir in second? Just a single color mana. Then Samwise. Then this Display of Power, whatever the heck that card's supposed to be.
Okay. Yeah, once again, pretty close. Boromir is first.
Boromir's better than
Yeah.
Gandalf? Since when?
I mean, Samwise is also better than Gandalf.
Wow!
Gandalf comes in third, and Display of Power is 47.6. Real stinky.
Ooh, that seems
Real
bad.
stinky. We once again see in this pack, the common Dunlan Cribane has the highest win rate of any of these cards.
What was Curbane's again?
61.8.
Wow.
Followed next by Gothmog.
All right, here's my first.
All right, give us your
Assessment.
assessment.
This format is fast, and the best color is black.
All right.
There you go.
It's a pretty spicy.
That's my take.
Actually, I don't know that it's a spicy take. That seems pretty solid.
After going through these 2 packs.
All right. Well, should we crack into some data?
Yeah,
and
let's
see?
take a look at the data and find out
Well,
if
Maria,
my suspicion's correct.
our
Yes.
top 2 color pairs
Okay.
are Rakdos with a 60% win rate
Okay.
and Orzhov with a 58% win rate.
Boom!
So I think that we are seeing
Got there.
your belief that black is the best color playing out here.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah. We next see the 2 off colors in those, red and white. Boros is third. So black, red, and white taking up the top 3 spots.
Wow.
57.2. Next up is it? 57.1.
Okay.
Demir, 56.9. We have not seen any green yet.
Yeah.
Now we see green
There's
halfway down the
finally
list.
green.
Golgari, 56.4. Gruul, 54.8. Azorius, 53.1. Celestia, 52.3. And Simic in the gutter at 49.8% win rate.
49.8?
Less than half its games.
Do not play Simic.
Wow. It is the scry color of elves, and it is bad.
That seems so sad.
Yes. And I mean, I think we're really seeing green. It looks like it is having a very rough time. Of the bottom 5 color pairs, it is 4 of them.
Holy cow, green.
Yes.
Is not good in this format.
No.
Well, that's very interesting. And I got to say, it feels like Simic's been in the toilet here for quite a long time in draft.
It does not have a good... It's
too bad.
Seems like they've failed to find a strong color identity
We
for
have
it.
said that on this show before.
And
We've
we'll say it
literally
again,
said
probably.
We have said, find Simic something to do. And yet again, Simic has
so
nothing
far
to do.
just not been great.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
so for my first draft going in, everybody, I am drafting black, as will probably the rest of the table
Yes. That certainly seems like what they're going to
Very
do.
interesting. So let's
All
talk
right.
about the top commons in this set, just so I can get a good, grip on what I'm going to do here going into my first draft. Mm-hmm. Best common.
Claim the precious.
I would like to claim the precious.
This is 1 black sorcery. Destroy target creature. The ring tempts you.
Oh, so that was cheaper than my friggin' rare I was trying to put in first place.
It was
with a condition on
like
it.
it's just quite good. The ring tempting you is good. 1 black for a kill spell.
Yeah.
Also excellent, obviously.
Coming in second is a red card, which boasts here for a Rakdos good win rate, which is Rally at the Hornburg. 1 and a red for a sorcery. Create 2 1/1 white human soldier creature tokens. Humans you control gain haste until end of turn.
Wow.
That's an aggressive card.
Yeah, that's super aggressive.
And it's been a while since we've had a rally effect like that. Which one am I thinking of? The one that you did this in white? So here we go in red. Seems good. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Next up, third is Dunlin Crabane.
There's our little crow
Our
friend.
little burb.
All right, coming
Yeah.
in third. Wow, very high on the list. Next up is the Torment of Gollum.
Yeah, this is an interesting one to me.
Okay.
Because this is 3 and a black for a sorcery. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card. Amass Orcs 2.
Wow.
So it's a classic discard effect.
Interesting.
At 4 mana, but with that Amass Orcs 2.
Yeah, I think anything that has that additional little bonus on it, we're finding that in these
of
recent
Amass
sets.
Orcs.
You make a 1/1, you draw a card, you amass, you do just something else tacked on. Have they been consistently overperforming the past
they've
few
been
sets?
really good, it seems like.
And there's this card that I didn't think was great, but I was so wrong. Shelob's Ambush coming in at number 5.
It is an excellent combat trick.
Oh God! How could I have disrespected it? I'm so sorry.
How could you have?
Next up, another red card. Hello,
Yeah.
Rakdos. Smite the Deathless.
Ooh, this card is quite nice.
1 in a red for an instant. Smite the Deathless deals 3 damage to target creature. That creature loses indestructible until end of turn. If that creature would die this turn, exile it instead.
Great.
Seems good. That's just a good card.
We have our great Aowen story moment.
Ooh, which one is it?
When she killed the
she killed
lead,
him.
The spooky.
I am no man.
Exactly.
Or on this card, no living man am I. Sure. I don't know which one she actually said in the book. All I knew was the movie one.
Yeah.
But that's very funny. They're very close.
Next up, I love this. This shows how good the ring tempting you is.
Okay.
Birthday Escape.
What a name for a card.
Single blue, sorcery, draw a card the ring tempts you.
Ooh, okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
The end.
I love that little cantrip.
Yeah, there you go.
That's great.
Next up is Uruk-hai Berserker. This is 2 and a black for a 3/2. When it ETBs, the ring tempt you.
Oh, well, okay. So ring tempting you.
Just nice.
Seems
Exactly.
Good. I'm in number 9 is Quarrel's End, another red card. Quarrel's End.
2 and a red for a sorcery. As an additional cost to cast this spell, discard a card, draw 2 cards, and create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token.
Gosh, red and black seems OP.
I know. And this, can you think of the last time that a card like this was in the top 10 commons?
No, I can't.
Specifically, the discard a card and draw 2 in red?
And coming in at number 10, the last card on our list of top commons, Glorious Gale. 1 in a blue for an instant to counter target creature spell. If it was a legendary spell, the ring tempts you.
There you go. Maria, notably, the most expensive card here is 4 mana, the Torment of Golem.
Holy cow.
Everything else goes 3 mana, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 1, 3, 3, 2.
Holy cow. This is a cheap... You want to be drafting those cheap cards in this format.
That's what I'm seeing.
And you better hope that they're Rakdos.
Yep.
Wow, very interesting to come in cold here and find out this data on the set.
Yeah.
Good
How
thing
does your little Rakdos heart feel?
Like, well, great, but I do feel bad for Simic.
I know.
I feel sad for them.
Rip.
I do have to, I mean, I'm like, good thing we did this episode before I did my first draft, or I would have been out there the chump drafting Simic, let me tell you.
Black and red are 7? Nope. 8 of the 8 of the top 10 cards.
And the other 2 are blue.
And the other 2 are blue.
Unreal. That is dominant beyond all dominance.
Yeah. We can just real quick go through. You want to hear some of the best cards in the colors?
Yeah, I do.
In white, we've got Protector of Gondor. This is a little 3/3. I think that comes with a little 1/1 for 4 mana.
Great.
Okay. Errant Rider of Gondor. It's a 3/2.
What are these Gondor cards doing so good in white here?
East Farthing Farmer. This is a little 2/3. Escape from Orthanc.
Which was the one wait. No, that was a blue card that was Orthanked that I Orthanked earlier. There are more Orthanc.
There's more Orthanc. Escape from Orthanc is single white instant. Target creature gets +1/+3 and gains flying until end of turn. Untap it.
Okay, a little combat trick.
There you go. And Hobbit's Sting, which is a little removal spell.
Okay, Hobbit Sting is the 5th best card in white.
That's 1 in a white for an instant. It deals X damage to target creature, where X is the number of creatures you control plus the number of foods you control.
Cute.
I love it.
Well, that's good to know because I might draft Orzhov if I don't draft Rakdos. Let's get real.
There you go.
Okay, great.
Next up, we've got blue. We have Birthday Escape.
Yep.
Which we already talked about. Glorious Gale.
Yep.
Same thing. Deceive the Messenger.
Deceive the Messenger.
Yeah. This card is...
We'll never know.
Oh, here we go. Deceive the Messenger. Single blue instant. Target creature gets -3/-0 until end of turn. Amass Orcs 1.
Once again, you're amassing an orc on a random other card.
Exactly.
It's good.
And at instant speed.
I'm learning my lesson,
You amass
everybody.
that orc at instant speed, which seems pretty spicy.
Okay. That is coming in at number 3 in blue.
Yeah. Next up, this is very interesting to me. Pillar Gear Survivor. 1 in a blue for a 1/3. Tap, add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast an instant or sorcery spell.
Okay.
5 in a blue, target player mills 3 cards. But I think it's more about blue-red being, a very instant and sorcery focused color pair.
Right. It's the 4th best color pair at 57.1%. So
Exactly. And it revolves around those instant and sorceries.
And finally, in number 5 in blue, the Soothing of Smeagol. Have you soothed your Smeagol today?
I mean, it's part of important self-care. 1 in a blue, instant, return target non-token creature to its owner's hand. The ring tempts you. The ring tempting you is quite good.
How is this in 5th? This seems so much better. But in a fast format, it's not as good.
No, it's not.
Because why are you spending 2 mana to do that?
Like it very notably misses Amass.
Wow.
Next up, we've seen all of these cards in black. All 5 of these cards in black are already on the list.
Unreal.
Claim the Precious, Dunlin Crebain, Torment of Gollum, Shalob's Ambush, and Uruk-hai Berserker.
Gross.
Are already in there.
Jeez. Okay.
Next up, red.
Red.
We've already seen a bunch of these. Rally at the Hornburg, Smite the Deathless, Quarrel's End. Relentless Rohirrim is the 4th one. This is 3 in a red for a 4/3. The ring tempts you when it ETBs.
And in 5th for red is something Meghan and I know a lot about, which is Improvised Club. I think it's supposed to be said improvised club, but I'm thinking of it as an improvised club.
Exactly.
So like,
You're just improvising the club.
What kind of club do you want to be in?
Exactly.
Ooh, I want to be in a club about
improvised
scrunchies.
Club.
A club about scrunchy club.
This is 1 in a red for an instant and is an additional cost to cast this spell. Sacrifice an artifact or creature. It deals 4 damage to any target.
I suppose if you've got a lot of
nice.
little nobodies lying around.
Yeah, exactly.
No real person
Maria
involved.
thinks 1/1 soldiers are nobodies.
Don't make me a general. It would not behoove you. My game, the way I could play games would come out, which is I am ruthless.
Yeah. And then finally, none of these cards, none of these green cards made it. We have Generous Ent.
So that was the one that I opened, right? That has forest cycling.
Yep,
The
5 and a
5/7.
green for a 5/7 reach.
Okay.
When an ETB is create a food
Well,
token.
who knew I opened the best green card?
And do you know what? My guess is that it's the best because game in hand counts if you drew it and you cycled away for a forest.
Yeah, I know. Good grief.
Yeah, it's tough. Next up, we've got Enraged Hjorn. This is a 4 and a green for a 4/5 trample.
Expensive again.
When it ETBs, the ring tempts you.
Coming in third is Bag and Porter for green.
A little 4/4 that gets +X, where X is the number of legendary creatures you control and it attacks.
Okay.
It's fine.
Seems fine.
Ends Fury, this is the classic fight spell of the set.
Wow, that's so low.
Yeah, I know.
In
It is
fourth.
quite low. And Woe's Pathfinder, this is, a classic mana dork.
Okay.
There you go.
Green, stay away from it at arm's length.
Arm's length.
All of this data also, is interesting for me coming into this format fresh off of vacation, but also interesting to know because coming up here, not this week, not next week, but the week after is MagicCon Barcelona and the Pro Tour.
Wow.
Where they're going to be drafting this.
Yep.
And sometimes these draft formats where one color is significantly better than the other colors makes for some really interesting stuff to have.
Spicy drafts because you have to navigate. Everyone at your table at the Pro Tour is going to know
absolutely
that black red is the best.
Yes.
Followed by black white.
Yes.
Followed by boron.
So
they're
what
going
do
to
you
know
do?
that order. And so you might end up in a place where what if everyone's trying to draft it?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you try and still go for the best colors? Do you go for Dear God, do you go for Simic if it's super open?
I don't think you can.
I don't think.
Not when.
Is it just completely unconscionable?
I don't know. Are there enough low drops? That's the question. If green can, if you can manage to get a bunch of 2/2s or whatever, then maybe you can have a chance if everybody's fighting over black at the table and you get like cards like that. But you can't do it if there's not good low drops because you could have the best 4 drops, but then your curve is abysmal.
Nightmare.
And it doesn't even matter if somebody else's deck is kind of garbage because they're still able to get that chip damage in against you enough. Interesting.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm excited to actually get our little, get our little thingies on this set and do some drafting.
For real.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right, everybody. Let us know how you've been enjoying the draft. You can tweet at us at GLHF Magic, or you can thread at us.
Wow, you can threads at us.
At GLHF Magic.
Yes,
We're
you can.
threaded now, everybody. Is that going to be where everyone goes? Who knows?
Who knows?
But we're going to try it out. So we're on there. So come follow us. Well, everybody, that's this episode of Good Luck High Five. So great to be back here with you once again.
Wow.
We missed you. We had a great time, but we missed you. And I hope you missed us too. And we're happy to be back.
Yeah. Thank you so much again to the people who became patrons while we were away.
Thank
what
you
a lovely
so
thing
much.
to come back and see some fresh patrons. Thank you again to Jesse, Oren, Dr. Unks, Zach, and Deveki. Thank you. Thank you so much, truly.
If you want your episode, an episode dedicated to you, become a new patron or increase your pledge by the next episode, and we'll give a pun, good or bad, who knows?
Yeah.
Based on your name. And you get access to our Discord, all that good stuff, patreon.com/GLHF Magic. Thank you again to Card Kingdom for being an amazing sponsor of the show. Go get your Commander Master stuff, pre-order it for them right now. And thanks to Wizards for their preview cards again.
Yeah.
One for everybody.
All right.
that we had this show. Coming up in just a couple weeks, Barcelona, everyone.
Wow. So not next week, we won't be talking about it yet, but the week after, we'll give you a whole little preview of what's the hats.
I know, and can you believe it? I just got back from Europe, and here I am ready to go again.
Oh my goodness.
My sleep schedule is a nightmare.
Yes.